having an actual thing to commemorate, you know, the end of a career. How cool would it be if Nichelle Nichols at the end says, "Hailing frequencies closed"? Wouldn't that be just
not a dry eye in the house?
Wrecked.
I know.
Wrecked.
Not a dry eye in the
I would
house.
be wrecked.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Blubbering mess.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome to do something like this, because most of the time, you know, people get honored for things after they pass away, and so to be able to do something when she's here and have her part of it, and it to be this completely happy celebration about everything, and her included, and everybody there, and the pictures and autographs, and you know, all these kind of things, and not be this sort of mixed somber occasion where, you know, people are, you know, sad about it. But yeah, because she had an amazing career and all that, you know. So
and you're going to be a part of this convention as well, too, right, Scott? I forgot to mention your part in this event.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going around like videoing parts of the convention, and then getting interviews with people. I'll be hitting up you guys. I'm sure anybody who's there, I'll be finding and you know, asking people, you know, what Nichelle Nichols meant to them, and things like that. How she influenced them. I know, you know, you got stories like you know Whoopi Goldberg saying that, you know, she was when she was a kid seeing an African American woman actress on a major show like that inspired her and gave her, you know, hope, and you know, the whole idea of seeing somebody like me on TV was such a big part of so many people, like, you know, Nichelle's experience that way. And so so just be going around and, you know, getting interviews, and I'm going to put together it's going to be this sort of mad dash where I'll be like kind of behind the scenes videoing stuff as it's happening and getting these interviews. And then I think on Sunday there's a I don't know if you're going to pull up the calendar or something, there's going to be a big thing at the end of the convention on Sunday. So I'm going to like feverishly edit together all these clips and put them together. So we have this montage thing to show at the end of the, don't know what it's, Cosmos. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's the
Comic Blast Party.
Maybe it's the
that's Saturday.
That's like the after party. I don't know what it is. Something I was talking to Sky about it. There's something he wanted to do he wanted to have on Sunday for maybe it's that thing, their finale. Maybe it's that, or maybe that's what it is. But yeah, so I'm going to edit all this stuff together and have this little video that plays for everybody to do that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's kind of my part this year.
That's great, man. That's going to be really cool.
It'll be fun to go around and you know talk to everybody. So if you're listening to us now and you see me walking around the convention with a camera and a microphone, come on up and you know
give them kisses.
Get yourself interviewed, and
that's really cool.
And then I don't know exactly what after, because I don't know if those interviews, I don't know if I got to talk to Sky again and find out exactly what he wants that end video to be, but I don't know if those interviews are going to go in for the end interview Sunday, or if they're all for something later on that's going to be kind of put together. But yeah, that's all kind of stuff to be determined. It's not really my deal. It's like I just collect the footage and then hand it off and stuff like that. So, but yeah, to get as many people interviewed as possible, I think it'd be cool. Just, you know, people who are part of Sci, you know, Star Trek, and then just fans and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
I think one of the great things, obviously, about sci-fi cons, especially when they relate to a specific genre or franchise, it's, and I'm not saying anything that no one knows, but it's a wonderful way for fans to interact with the people who mean so much to them in whatever way that they do, especially if it's on a very personal note, where, you know, you always hear of like how somebody's character saved their life because of a tragic situation that they were in or whatnot. And so when you have like a convention in an event like this is yet another way to express that, but giving someone their flowers like this, like we will be doing with Nichelle, it's the ultimate way of saying how much her presence means to us as fellow actors, nerds, colleagues, friends.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. And we could all only hope that we have a send-off like this in life.
The point's a good one, Rico, and that this hopefully will have an amplifying effect too. All these different people who are inspired by Nichelle in different ways, or not necessarily just representation, but any aspects of her work. By getting to know each other and building that community, you're magnifying that effect further still, and continuing it on. Her legacy will go on, potentially even affecting people who maybe never even knew her in the far future, but were secondarily benefited from her great work. So
standing on the shoulders of giants,
exactly,
say, right? Yeah, and that's the great thing about it being at LA Comic-Con. Like I've been to the San Diego Comic-Con before, and that place is just freaking nuts. It's so huge.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's something else. And to me, it's worth going and it's fun, but it's just so
almost a different
crazy.
purpose.
And LA Comic, it's like a whole city there, and just so many people, and you don't really get to do. You have so many lines for everything, and the LA Comic Con so much smaller. I've been to the San Diego Comic Con before, and that place is just freaking nuts.
Somebody's playing the YouTube version right now. Somebody closed their YouTube tab.
Something else. And to me, it's worth going and it's fun, but it's just so crazy. And LA Comic. Not me.
You're so eloquent, Scott. We had to hear it twice.
Is that what I sound like? Is that my voice?
Yes.
Shoot. But yeah, so it's cool because it will feel more like Star Trek Vegas, or for people who've been to Vegas know it's this much smaller place and so much more intimate, where you can have time to talk with the actors and people like that, and to have this little kind of mini convention within a convention will be cool to see. So many people who are Star Trek fans. I think it'll kind of feel like a mini Star Trek Vegas.
Yeah,
totally.
It really is. It really is if you think about it. I mean, look at the events. Just look at the calendar.
Yeah.
Well, also like people that go to the LA Comic-Con, when we go to that, that's almost kind of like a little mini Star Trek Vegas reunion. They're usually like 10 or 12 or 20 of us that kind of know each other from the Star Trek convention meeting up there. But they're going to be much more this time, because this is like our own little wing of the LA Comic-Con that's just all devoted to Star Trek and Nichelle Nichols. And so, I think it's going to be like, a lot of it's going to be a reunion for Star Trek Las Vegas goers, but it's also going to be a lot of people that couldn't go to Star Trek Las Vegas. They're going to go to this instead. There are a lot of people that are saying, I couldn't go to Vegas. It just wasn't feasible, or it just wasn't going to work out, but I'm not going to miss this thing. And so there's going to be a lot of that too.
Yeah. For the people who are like in the LA area, like you go to Vegas and it's a commitment. Like, I'm going to be there all weekend, so many days. And this is like, you can just go for the Saturday, or go for the Friday, or, whatever your schedule is, pop in and, and enjoy the day, and then go back to whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.